Hi, 皆さん、こんにちは. This is Miss Harita. I am posting a adjective conjugation and use video here. It is titled 3.21a. The B is the workbook assignment. There are 3 pages that I'm asking you to do for the workbook. This 3.21a is specifically the video for you to take notes. Now, I'm asking you to take notes for yourself, and it's not going to be graded. Now, there is a digital handout that I'm posting, which is for you to demonstrate the understanding of the conjugations of the adjectives. Now, otherwise, I'm also posting a PDF copy of this presentation so that you can actually scroll through it instead of having to click through it. Okay, let's go ahead and start. I don't want to keep you and make this video too long. It is a lot to cover, but the conjugations are actually not too difficult. So here we go. 2種類の形容詞があります. So there are 2 types of adjectives in Japanese. One is the E 形容詞, the E adjectives, and the not 形容詞, not adjectives. You guys already know that. Now, 形容詞の使い方. So ways in using the adjectives. So one is to use as a modifier within a sentence, a noun modifier. Remember, the sentence could be a TTPOV action verb sentence. It could be an existence verb sentence. It could be even a directional verb sentence. But regardless of what it may be, you can use the adjective as a modifier within those sentences. Now, another one is an adjective sentence where the sentence itself is a descriptive sentence. It's an adjective sentence and it ends with an adjective. Now, learning to conjugate adjectives. So there we go. So we're going to start off with the E adjectives. Now, the E adjectives conjugate the same way for both uses. And when I say uses, it's these. As a modifier or as an adjective sentence, there is no difference in the conjugation. You conjugate it the same way. Now, there you go. So this was a tongue twister that I had you do. 温かい、温かくない、温かかった、温かくなかった. That is the conjugation for the E adjectives. So い、くない、かった、くなかった. That's what you need to focus on. So going a little deeper into the conjugations. 温かい is the present positive, it's warm. 温かくない is present negative, it's not warm. 温かかった is past positive, it was warm. 温かくなかった is past negative, it wasn't warm. Now, going a little further deeper into these conjugations, what you need to focus on is the underlined purple section. い、くない、かった、くなかった. So in a simple step, you take the E from the present positive, you drop it, and you replace it with くない、かった、くなかった to achieve these conjugations. So just to practice, かわいい is cute, 大きい is big, 小さい is small. Bam! かわいいですね。かわいくない、かわいかった、かわいくなかった。大きい、大きくない、大きかった、大きくなかった。小さい、小さくない、小さかった、小さくなかった. Now, when you using E adjectives in sentences, the first one will be as a modifier. It'll look something like this. 大きい学校にかわいい猫がいます. That's the one we did before where you just throw it in. Now, what if you conjugated it? 大きかった学校に可愛くない猫がいます. So you just simply throw them in there. So there's a not so cute cat at the used to be big school. So there's a cat that used to be cute at the school that used to be big. So again, just simply insert them right in front of the nouns. Use the proper conjugation that is best fit for your message. Now, what if you wanted to use them as adjective sentences? Conjugation are exactly the same. 猫が可愛いです. Make sure you add a this in there. 猫が可愛くないです. 猫が可愛かったです. So the cute cat is cute, the cat is not cute, the cat was cute. So you can just simply use them at the end of your sentences with the got particle. Make sure to conjugate them correctly according to your message and end the sentences with this. One thing to remember is, though, the tenses along with the positivity and the negativity of the sentences are indicated with the adjective conjugation, いい、くない、かった, and not with the copula, which is the sentence ender. You don't touch the this. ですではありませんでした、ではありませんでした does not apply to this. All the conjugation is done on the adjectives. Now, learning to conjugate adjectives continued. For the not adjectives, there are actually 2 ways to conjugate them, and that's a little cumbersome to remember, but I think you could do this. So when used in an adjective sentence, it looks like this. That's easy, right? Something we already know. ですではありません。でしたではありませんでした。But when you're using them as a modifier, it looks like this. So the first one you already know, when you insert it, you have to add a na in there. That's why it's called the na adjectives, 邪魔な. Now, what if we wanted to say that it's a negative of that, 邪魔じゃない. Past tense, 邪魔だった。邪魔じゃなかった. And so, ですではありません。でしたではありません. In a sentence form, as a modifier within a sentence to describe a noun, 邪魔な、邪魔じゃない、邪魔だった、邪魔じゃなかったね. And so we'll start off with the sentence, adjective sentence. So it's present positive, present negative, past positive, past negative. It conjugates just like a noun sentence, so it's, or a noun ending, so it's easy for all of us to understand. Now, when you're doing the modifier, now take a look at this. 邪魔な、邪魔じゃない、邪魔だった、邪魔じゃなかった. So simply put, you could just memorize it as that. You put a na and then じゃない、だった、じゃなかった. You don't actually hint, like render or touch the adjective itself. You just add the ending to it. So when you think about it that way, it's not that difficult. Because remember when we did the e adjective, you actually have to touch it a little bit, right? Atatakai. And you have to drop the e, and then you add the endings. Kunai, katta, kunakatta, ne? But when you do the not adjectives, this one, you don't change or you don't touch the adjective, you add those endings. But if you want to, I guess, an explanation here, the past negative, I guess, you drop the e from the present negative and replace it with katta, or you can just simply add nakatta to the original adjective. So let's take a look at the sentences. In an adjective sentence with a not adjective, if you say that you like cats, 猫が好きです. If you do not like cats, 猫が好きではありません. If you used to like cats, 猫が好きでした. Very easy. You have to make sure you use a ga, have the right conjugation depending on your message. You just place it at the end of your sentences. That's it. Now just remember, 好き is an adjective in Japanese, not a verb. Now, if you're using them as a modifier within the sentence, this is how it looks like. The first sentence is something we're familiar with. we had a な、好きな学校に有名な猫がいます. There's a famous cat at the favorable school, or there's a famous cat at the school that I like. Now, what if you wanted to put negatives and past tense into those adjectives? 好きじゃない学校に有名だった猫がいます. So there's a not so famous cat at the unfavorable school. So there's a cat that used to be famous at the school that I don't like. And so it's simple, I guess, in that fashion. You just have to conjugate it in the right way and throw it in right in front, of the nouns. So after you conjugate them appropriately, you're able to insert them right in front of the nouns in your sentences. Use the proper conjugation that is best fit for your message. So quick overview. There are two ways to use adjective in sentences. In an adjective sentence, as a noun modifier within a sentence. E-adjectives has its own conjugation. This conjugation can be used for both structures, whether you're using it to make sentences, adjective sentences, or to use as a noun modifier. This is definitely new to us. One thing to remember is that when you're using them in the sentences, you should add a this at the end. Now, not adjectives has two separate conjugations. One is the conjugation that we're familiar with. It's the noun ending conjugation that is used for sentences. And the ですではありませんでしたではありませんでした. That is what's used to show the tense's positivities and the negativities. But when you use the not adjectives as a modifier within a sentence, it takes on that shorter conjugation that is new to us. Now, quick practice. I will give you a moment to think about these. 高い、低い、いい、悪い、長い、短い、若い、厳しい. How do you conjugate these E adjectives? Follow the guidelines that you have been given, and it looks something like this. E actually is special. Keep a note of that. I would write that down somewhere. Keep a mental note. It is different. It's 良くない、良かった. 良くなかった. The other ones look like this. Now, you would have to do something similar to this or just like this on your handout that I'm providing for you to do as a homework assignment or classwork. Now, it's redundant. Once you get through like 2 of them, it's very repetitive. So it might get a little boring, but use it as a practice. The non-adjectives looks like this. So one is for the sentences, one is as a modifier. One is as a sentence, one is as a modifier. And this too gets a little redundant after a while. So practice on, you guys. So now we're done. I hope this presentation was useful for you. Make sure to complete the digital handout on Google Classroom. It is to demonstrate your understanding of conjugations. Now, if you need to watch the video over and over again, take notes, follow the handout and the presentation slides for clarification. That's it, you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Janet, bye-bye.